Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten and today is Flosstube number 30. It's been a while. Hi! I thought for sure that I was going to be able to film a proper update before we left. That didn't happen, so I posted my plans and my whip parade in lieu of a proper update. So it is, I don't even know what day it is, January 11th. And I am in another Hawaiian shirt. I figured maybe I could make it a tradition whenever we go over there and then come back. But there's kind of an echo in this room. It's weird. I'm in my guest room. My office over the holidays again turned into the present/storage space. So we're not in there because it's a mess. I just got back on Sunday the 9th from Hawaii. We went to Maui. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen some pictures, like on my story, not in my feed. But yeah, that's where I've been. I'm trying to decide how best to do this so that it's comfortable for me. I think we'll just end up doing this. So I have my notes down here so that I can look at them. Wow, I'm out of practice. So let's see. My parents were in town for the holiday. That was a lot of fun. They helped watch my dogs while my husband and I were gone, and then they left before I could get back to be home for my brother's birthday, and my brother's birthday is today the 11th, even though you guys will be seeing it tomorrow probably. I have a lot to share with you all. I have some new starts, some whips, works in progress. I don't have any finishes. I have a little bit of plans, but I also have I have something that goes along with plans, but it's kind of just like how I'm tracking my plans and how I'm tracking my stitching this year. And I have some purchases slash stash because one thing was a Christmas present, and a couple others I got from a company who asked me to review their kits on Amazon. So let's just get into it. So first, I have 3 new starts. One was my Christmas start, one was a start that I needed to get in before the year started, and then one was my New Year new start. So let's start with, okay, let's begin with my Christmas start. I've been wanting to start this pattern for a while. It is Praiseworthy Stitches Simple Gifts Christmas. And this was the first pattern and overdyed floss that I ever purchased from my local needlework shop. And my LNS is Craft Center of Fine Stitchery. If you watch Lori Holt, then you've heard her talk about it. Let's see. So, I still have a hoop on this one. Oops. I am stitching it on 18 count oatmeal, and I just have a tiny little start. It's still kind of stiff. I just have a tiny little start on one of the birds. I opted for a middle start just because I didn't remember how much space I had given myself on the outside, so I didn't want to run out if I started too far away from the edge. So I opted for a middle start. I am not using the called for. I am using my own conversion. When I went to my LNS, they didn't have the called for. So I am using and I actually got really lucky because I was missing 2 skeins that I needed of the green, and then I ordered them off of 123Stitch and ended up getting them from the same dye lot, which was kind of cool. Alright, so for the green, I am using, these are all Gentle Arts. I'm using Gentle Arts Otter Creek, which is really pretty. For the yellow, I'm using Gentle Arts Wheatfield. And then for the red, I'm using Gentle Arts Weathered Barn. I think they're really pretty, and I mostly went off of the picture because either they didn't have the colors or they just looked too different from the cover photo, and I didn't want it to look that different. So there's that pattern. I am sure I will work on it again before next Christmas. Just because there's a lot of things that aren't necessarily Christmassy. So I feel like if I just don't stitch the word Christmas, then I'll be fine. Sorry, that was probably really loud. Okay. Next up, I have His Name is Jesus by Joyful Expressions. I'm stitching this on 22 count. The box said Ada, so I'm just gonna call it 22 count white Ada. You can get this off of Joyful Expressions blog, website. I don't remember. Anyway, I've been wanting to start this for a while. I'm doing it as a stitch for my mother-in-law, and I want to get it done by Christmas 2022. That way she can have it by Christmas. Martie, Triple M Stitching, was actually who motivated me to start it, to actually get it done. So here's what I have so far. Just a small little start. I'm not using the called for colors, but I am using the mauve colorway that they give you to base my colors off of. So I am using some Victorian mottos that I had just hanging around. And this really feels like I'm copying Martie, but I don't know. I'm not trying to. So for the darker color, I'm using Victorian motto Wood Rose. For the medium color, I'm using Victorian motto Cherry Cordial. And then for the lighter color, I'm using Victorian motto Simply Mauve. And in the middle of this pattern, so this pattern is all of the names of Christ, and in the middle, the biggest name, it says his name is Jesus. And I had an idea to use either a metallic or a silk of some sort, and I haven't decided which one I want to use yet, but these are the ones that I have as my options. So I have this Etoile, and I have this DMC Light Effects, and then I have these DMC silks, and I'm not sure which one I want to use, but I'll probably do that last, so I don't really have to worry about it quite yet. But I started this while we were in Hawaii. I took it with me so that I could start it, and that was my last new start for 2021. And here is my New Year New Start. It is Lahaina, Hawaii by, who's it by? AwesomePatternStudio. And I still have my hoop on this because I've been working, well, I've worked on it. Last time I worked on it was the last time I stitched anything. So, I'm stitching it on 18 count Fog by Picture This Plus. And here's what I have so far. Oops. Here's what I have so far. This is the very top of the pattern. And I think it's looking really good. I'm using the called for DMC except for one color. I think I didn't have it. So there's like a teal in here. It kind of matches my nails actually. I'm using DMC 959 instead of whatever color was called for. But I'm really liking this one. I really enjoyed stitching on it. I worked on it 3 times while we were in Hawaii since the new year, since starting it. So not a ton of stitching got done, but it will now that I'm home. Hopefully. I don't want to like jinx myself or anything. Alright, so now moving on to the works in progress. Up first, I have After the Rain by HelloFromLizMathews. I started this as part of a stitch along with Alicia, AC Stitches, and a couple of other people joined in as well. And I'll have everyone's names that joined in listed down below. The stitch along was hashtag 25 Days of Rainbows SAL. And I don't think any one of us finished it when we were trying to, which was December 25th. I was doing my own conversion, and I think that's what held me up. Not to mention, I was trying to work on it during finals, so there was that. For trying to work on it during finals and for having to make my own color palette every single rainbow, I would say that I actually did quite well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.25 maybe is what I got done. Here it is. And my color conversion can be found on my Instagram. I'm using greens, purples, and yellows. And I'll work on this again. I am doing whip go, so most of my whips are on my whip go board because I have, after counting them, I have around 25 whips. So that was kind of perfect. So there was that one. And I'm stitching that one on 18 count white opalescent. Next up, I have Happy Skies by Stitchrovia. I'm stitching it on 16 count Dapple Ada by Picture This Plus. and I took it with me on my last day of finals because I went in the afternoon to take one final, and then I had a couple of hours actually before it was time to take my next one. So I had time to stitch, and I got quite a bit done. I feel like I talked about this. Anyway, here's what I have. So I started in the middle and then went down, and I came all the way over to make sure, all the way over on both sides to make sure that it was gonna fit. And I'm using the called for DMC, and it's looking really good. This one I think is going to be my piece that I take with me places, just because there's a lot of color blocking, I guess. There's a lot of solid stitching that is all one color, so I think it would be the best to take around places. Alright, up next is MLK Sampler by StoneStreetStitch, and that's what it will look like when it's all done. And I'm using the called for DMC, stitching it on 16 count Fog by Picture This Plus. I really like this fabric. Let me take my needle minder off. Here's where we're at. I messed up down here, but I'm leaving it because I messed up in the same spot on both sides, and so I'm leaving it, and that's that. But I think it's looking really good. I'm sorry none of these are ironed. I don't have time for that. All right. I believe I decided that I was either going to go up or going to go down, and I don't think I decided which one I was going to do yet, but I've been really enjoying this one. Alright, up next is my Heaven and Earth Designs, which is the mini Enchanted Reindeer. And I am stitching it on 25 count Pewter Lugana with the called for DMC 1/1. I'm actually really happy with my progress on this. It doesn't look like a lot, but I'm really happy with it. I've now stitched with 3 colors on this one. And I have this one in my first ever fancy project bag, which is the Coca-Cola Santas. And I love it. And all of the floss takes up so much room in this, but that's okay. All right, and last up for my works in progress is my brain pattern. And someone commented on my last video about on my whip parade about my brain pattern. That the designer got it wrong, which is fine. Maybe I just won't say anything about it. all I'm gonna say is I've spent a total of 6 years studying psychology, which is mostly all about theory. And so the left and right brain theory, especially when it comes to personalities, I did take a personality theory course. All I'm going to say is the designer got it right. There were a lot of designs that had it flipped, and so I didn't buy those because I knew that those were wrong. And this one is correct. So this is Brain by NikkiPattern. I got this one off of Etsy. I am stitching it on 14 count platinum Aida, and I got the whole top half done. And I love it. So the left brain is portrayed with the gray stitches, and the right brain is portrayed with the colorful stitches. Left-brained people, according to the theory, are more analytical, and the right brain people are more creative. So that's the distinction between the two, in case you didn't know. I'm just gonna keep plugging away. I wanted to have this done by the time I graduated, but I decided that since I didn't get it done, that maybe I'll just try to get it done by the time I walk for my graduation, and that will be in May. So I've got some time now to try to get it done. Okay. So that's all for the stitching. Next I'm going to talk about kind of how I'm planning my plans, and planning my year with my stitching and with my videos and all of that. So first off, I'm doing my 25 starts for my 25th year. And I, a little while ago, showed that I got this stitchy journal from Etsy from So Much to Love, and it's SEW, the number SEW much, the number 2 LUV. And I got exactly 25 sheets. So I'm using this for all of my new starts this year, and I'm also writing them in my notebook that I have, just so that I can keep track of how many in total I have started. But here it is. So you have your start date, so I put January 1st. You have your project bag, so you know which one it's in, the chart, a place for fabric, a place for scissors, the needle minder you use, and then just extra notes. And so I'm not using like a special set of scissors, I'm not using a special needle minder, and for my notes I just put using the called for DMC except for one color, so that I know. And once I look at my floss and then the floss key for the pattern, then I will put exactly which floss is substituted. And then I'll have 24 more pages for my next 24 starts this year. Okay. On top of that, however, I have 2 calendars, well, 2 planners, to kind of just help me visualize what I'm doing for the month. So and I really shouldn't have done this, but I did. So, like on this one, for example, I have when I want to film, when I want to post, and stuff like that. Didn't work out the best with this month, so we're gonna have to switch that around. But because it's a happy planner, this one, this is the Make All the Things planner. I got it at Joann's. But there were some cute stickers and to go with this specific planner, and so I used them here. I don't knit, but it's okay. And then I can just write like what I did either for my channel or for Instagram, or what I stitched on that day in here in the weekly layout. So that's what I'm using for that. I also write it down in the month spread, or at least I did last year. I'm not sure if I'll do that again this year, just because the planner layout is a little different that I'm using, but there's that. Ooh, okay. And then in this happy planner, which is a little bit smaller, I have like just some goals and such. I'm not gonna show them all to you, but just things that I'd like to do this month with the channel, with videos, with Instagram, stuff like that. So here, I'm not gonna show you everything, but here's kind of what I have. And I know a lot of people are switching to digital planning and all that. I am still very much old school. I still really like physical books. I really like physical journals, physical planners, and so that's why I like doing it this way. I also like that I get to make it cute with stickers. So yeah, that's about all for like 2022 stuff. I am participating in WhipGo. I have not worked on my WhipGo projects that have been called for this month yet. Jessie Marie called them in December, and I, like she does, the end of the month so that you can know and kind of plan. I decided that the projects that were called were going to be too difficult to work on while I was gone. So I left them here, and I will be pulling them out eventually. My goals are yearly goals, they're not monthly, so I can work on them anytime during the year. I just want to, like, I don't want to pick and choose, which is why I decided to work or to do WhipGo. That way, when the numbers are called, I know which projects I'm wanting to get some progress on, especially with my 25 starts. So, wow, this one's going to be a longer one. That's surprising. Not really, since it's been a while. Anyway, next up is going to be haul. So if you don't want to watch this, that's totally fine. I will see you next time, and I hope that you remember that someone always needs you. Let's move on. So, I was contacted by Personalized Design on Instagram. They asked if I would be willing to leave some reviews on their Amazon shop about some of the kits that they offer. Before I responded to them, I checked to see if anyone else had been contacted. I checked their Instagram. I checked lots of things to make sure that that I'd be okay with doing that. Anyway, so I got a couple kits from them, and they are bookmark kits. So like that one is one that I got. I'm not a Star Wars person, so who knows if I will actually stitch them. But I thought maybe I could stitch them for people that I know are Star Wars people, or give them to them if they wanted to learn how to stitch. And then the next one I got is a Yoda one, which says, "May the Force be with you." But they're really cool. The floss comes with exactly how much you need, and all organized for you. So there's that. Next. Oh, hey, this is the Yoda one. Okay. Next. One of my Christmas presents was the Sulky Petites Dream Assortment #1. I am so excited about this. I think it was Candace. Her channel is just Candace K. I think she talked about how these were on sale on Amazon, and so I told my husband, and he listened. So got those, and here's the back side, and I'm super excited about it. I don't know when I will use them, but I'm excited to use them. Next up is a package that I actually got today, and I ordered it from Traditional Stitches, which is a local needlework shop, or is a needlework shop in Canada, and it is in Calgary. I wanted to make sure I got the city right. I got a Jeanette Douglas Designs pattern, and it is O Canada True North Strong. I love it. I love it. So I will stitch that eventually, and then I got some scissors that have maple leaves on them. You can't really tell. Maybe you can. I think they're just a little blurry, so you can't really tell, but I like them. I'm going to use them. Next up, I got a 1, 2, 3 stitch order for 2 patterns. These were purchased with 2 projects in mind, and it is the Leela Studios Quaker patterns. So this one I got for the Christmas Quaker, and it is a fat quarter of 18 count Ariel from Picture This Plus. It's a blue, which is really pretty. You can't really tell, so maybe you can tell if I fold it up. Not really, but it's pretty. So that one is for the Christmas Quaker. And then I got 18 count Barnwood from Picture This Plus. And I got it with the Halloween Quaker in mind. I don't know if it'll actually work, but I thought it might. I haven't purchased the patterns yet, but I'd like to. So there's that. And the last thing for haul, I'm not going to individually show you all of these just because it did take so long for me to record again, but it was my last little bit of Ymir Almond M&M's box that I got for December, and I loved everything in it. They are so beautiful, so gorgeous. I don't know how I'm going to store them because they are all so pretty and I want to look at them, but it was a good box. If she does more boxes, I definitely want to buy them. And if you have been skeptical on whether or not you should get them, or if they're like out of your budget for all at once, I would say that it's worth it to save up maybe a few extra dollars every month to set aside for a box, because you get a lot, and I would recommend. I do have some more things coming. I ordered some things from Evertotes. I think that's about it, honestly. I don't have a lot of stitchy stuff coming to me. And that's it. So if you watched till the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Because of my whip parade and my plans, I actually got quite a few new subscribers. So if you're new, I know this is totally at the end and who knows if anyone's even going to watch this. But if you're new, thank you so much for subscribing, because it makes me feel good to know that people actually want to listen. But yeah, so I hope that you all are having a great new year so far, and I hope that you're getting all of your stitchy time that you could possibly want, and I hope you remember that someone always needs you, and I will see you next time.